Hey guys, my name's Evan, and this is my beautiful, wonderful tutorial for how to take a photo and transfer it onto a piece of wood. So this is a really cool tutorial, and it's very informative, and it will help you become a better artist. Enjoy! So, supplies. First you will need pieces of wood. I chose 2 blocks. So yeah, that's very basic. We will have some pieces of paper. Some Mod Podge. So this is a gloss. I also got some matte Mod Podge. You can find all these at Michael's. Super gloss. And finally, we have one that has some glitter in it, which is kind of cool. I didn't use it that much, but really liked it. We also have a sponge for the Mod Podge. Some paints, so these are some of my watercolors. You can use them if you want. It's just kind of an added artistic flair. We also have some scissors to cut out your paper. A razor knife, so that will be to trim off any excess paper. Some water, and I got a cool little whale cup here. Some scraps, so that's really what we're going to be using so the table doesn't get dirty. A computer, specifically one that has Photoshop installed. So let's get started. So I have my image here. First I'm going to open it up, make sure it's a good image. Now I really like this one, mainly because the flower here is in focus, whereas the background is out of focus. It gives a nice interest to the subject. So we'll drag it down into Photoshop, and we will open it up. Yeah, so this really works as any type of photo. It doesn't have to be one with a flower. It can be your face, it can be a house, basically anything. So, got my photo here. So first we're going to do a Command J. What that's going to do, that's going to duplicate the original layer, so we do not destroy any pixels, and we can hide and show the layer when we want to. I'm going to crop it, just to create a little more interest. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually line up the middle of the flower with one of the rule of third lines. In my opinion, I think that makes it more pleasing to the eye. So we will do that. Right about there. Yep, and that's the line that it's going to hit. Hit OK. And we're going to name this layer B and W for black and white. And now we're going to go up to Image and Adjustments and black and white. Now this is really cool in Photoshop because you'll be able to change each color, the level of black and white for each color in the photograph. So then I made the middle of the flower darker and the edges nice and bright white to create contrast. So hit OK. So you see you got black and white here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, now we're going to do another Command J to make a copy of that layer. And this is going to be our threshold. So we'll go back to Adjustments, Threshold. And now this is going to make it static, full black against full white. And doing the black and white first will get us the levels that we want. So we'll get that to a nice level there. We'll rename this one Threshold. Now, once I got all the effects here, I kind of noticed that I might need to crop it a little more. So I'm going to crop it into more of a square. Just like that. And we are all set to print. So we're going to go to File, Print. Make sure the size is all right. Get my printer selected. We're going to hit Print. And and print again. And here it is. So, once we have it printed, what we're going to do is we're going to take some scissors and we will cut it out. Cut it out. And there we go. So, now we got our supplies. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use some gloss Mod Podge. And I'm going to pour some on the picture and spread it out with a sponge. Now you want it to be like a nice consistent milky appearance. So I actually have to add a little more here. Didn't have enough. Get it all nice and even. Perfect. Now we'll take our piece of wood. Got that right there. And we will place it on the picture. Line it all up. And press down firmly to make sure it's all on there. Like so. Yay. And now we're actually going to carefully pick it up off of our scrap piece of paper, flip it over, push down just a couple more times. And it is all good to go. And you're going to have this sit overnight just to make sure it's all nice and dry. Okay, so this is one that I have had sitting overnight that I did previously. It's all nice and dry, so I got that, and I got my whale cup of water. So first I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use my razor blade. I'm just going to trim off this excess piece I left at the end. There we go. Okay, so I'm taking the water, kind of soaking up the image here, and I'm peeling away with my finger. And as you can see, it's taken that paper right off, and it is revealing the image underneath. Now, once we got all the paper off, we're actually going to coat the top with another layer of Mod Podge. So this kind of seals it all together, makes it all nice and smooth on the top so nothing will leak. And some finished results. And that's it. Thanks for watching.